In case you didn't know, here is why the LGBTQ community is a little bit upset and angry at Taylor Swift right now. Major news publication The Guardian just posted an article calling out Taylor Swift's lack of allyship with the title Speak Now, Why Pop Stars Must Do More to Defend LGBTQ+ Fans with Taylor as the cover. Now, why call out Taylor? Because in light of incredible, wonderful allies like Lizzo doing things like calling out Nebraska's anti-LGBTQ legislation in front of the governor who attended her concert. Massively viral tweets are going around saying things like Beyonce, Lizzo, and Lil Nas X are doing more to advocate openly during their shows, and y'all are still making excuses for Taylor. That had almost 100,000 likes. And that was followed by a flood of comments saying Taylor is not the ally that you all think she is. Now, I never do this because Patty is a celebrity sympathizer, but I have to agree with the Tay naysayers just for a moment. Voices online are saying that Taylor should have canceled her shows, her sold out 100,000 people in the crowd shows in Tennessee, Florida, and Texas, or have said something on stage to advocate for the 800+ anti-LGBTQ legislation that is actively trying and succeeding in taking away our rights and protections. And as an LGBTQ man, I couldn't agree more, because just a few years ago, Taylor promised, while receiving an award from the LGBTQ, to always be a loud advocate for us.
Members of the LGBTQ community, and I promise to always advocate for that.
Now, I do not agree that she should have canceled her shows in those states, because those queer people in the crowd need people like Taylor, who still are advocates, to bring the joy and the queer safe space and the celebration. She should never cancel them. But it's disappointing that she seemed to have an opportunity to say something of mass impact when the whole city has their eyes on her. She should have said something. Even just a little statement would have been wonderful. I know this is a point of contention, but I firmly believe that artists need to be advocates. Gen Z expects their artists to be advocates, and it seems like Taylor knows that from her past activism. So now let me defend Taylor Swift. People are trying to hold her to her string of 2019 activism, but they're twisting it and saying that she was actually just a performative activist. She was branding herself as an ally to all her fans, but it wasn't true at all.
She thinks that if you're a gay couple, or even if you look like a gay couple, you should be allowed to be kicked out of a restaurant.
We all deserve equal rights under the law.
She never came back to support after that era. She promised she would be there for the LGBTQ the next time they needed her. It was all just... it was a lie. It was all a lie. However, in my gay eyes, Taylor has been pretty good at being an advocate, even past 2019.
I got my census the other day, and there were two choices for gender. There was male and female. And that erasure was so upsetting to me. The erasure of transgender and non-binary people.
I've been under scrutiny, yeah, oh yeah. You handle it beautifully.
She does things like make a $113,000 donation to help fight anti-LGBTQ bills in Tennessee, and then people will quote tweet and say, this is the equivalent of someone who earned $75,000 making a $15 donation. If I was Taylor, I'd take that shit right back. Oh, have fun at conversion camp. Don't come crying to me next time, you little fat. The whole point of this video is to say that everyone's spinning this narrative and using Taylor's name as the one celebrity who isn't a big enough ally, or only calling her out, is not productive. Why at the top of every comment section do I see Taylor would never? Any celebrity who has painted themselves out to be a queer ally to get our queer dollars, we need to call out. Not just Taylor, because she had a whole era for it. Oh, but Adele and Harry Styles carry pride flags at their concerts sometimes. Harry repeatedly, majorly capitalizes off the LGBTQ, and he doesn't even thank the queer community in his speech when he wins Album of the Year. I feel much more advocated for, seen, and protected by Taylor Swift than probably 85% of other artists. So I think while everyone needs to calm down, Taylor Swift could be a little bit more loud. Make sure to follow to join the Patty Pop cult and always know the cutting edge truth of what's going on in pop culture with Patty.